All right, hello. This is Alexander Wales. What are we doing today? Today is the exclusions document. It is the exclusions document pretty much every single time. Someday it won't be. It'll be something else. This is bacon time with this. Okay, so we got an image for Contra Ethereal. I've been looking at the image stuff, and it is just a pain in the butt. So moving on. Um, the I'm so I will talk briefly about the sticking points on this project. We have 11 left to do. I do want to write a preface that's sort of about like, if you're a dungeon master, how do you want to use this document? I think I might also include some notes for dungeon master stuff. That like how would I suggest you adapt this? What's the like cool adventures, or what's the stuff that I would personally take from this idea if I were running a D&D campaign, or in some cases, like, what did I find compelling about this when I was running a D&D campaign? Um, but we'll see. I'm trying not to scope creep too much, and I think I've cut down some of the creep. This image stuff is still like has good images, 27, and like it's mostly the hard ones left. I think Solastar is just gonna be a moon though. So that'll be fine. Torn Tapestry I don't know about. But this is what we're starting on today. We just need a random. That is too many. Okay. The idea for Torn Tapestry is that it is in some aspects the opposite of Herent the Loyalty Goblin. Because, yeah, there's like all sorts of stuff that I would love to just pile onto this document. But like doing that is like adding more and more hours of work onto the project. And I've got like other stuff to be working on. I have like actual contracts and publishers and actual books I want to write. So I'm trying not to just add more and more work on, especially work that I am not going to find fun. So if I find it fun, that's one thing. But if I don't find it fun, if I just feel like, hey, this would be better, that's the kind of stuff that I'm unlikely to do. It's just the wind closing a door. I think this one is going to be silent. So we haven't had many of those. We've had a lot that are where it's like, here's an established magic in this world, and this is what happened to it, and stuff like that. We haven't had too many that are silent, like no one knew about the magic. I think there's like a handful, but no one knew about the magic, and then suddenly it was gone. Which I went to just a few of those. I think they're less. They end up being less interesting. We'll go duchy. Silent. Let me reread silent. I don't mean silent. I mean. It can't be silent and major. It can be discovered after. Okay. It can be silent and then major. Okay, this is a very English name. Village, hamlet, upon the river Chase. But then you name your duchy after your largest village. It's not going to be classified as silent. It's just going to be one that doesn't have an associated magic that was lost. Um, we don't want to say capitalist class. Time frame is going to be a little wobbly. Just a sec. I think when that door shut, it actually trapped a cat. Yeah, it's a very nice and chill, windy day. Okay. Um, uh, I know it seems like I'm just like bouncing around, but shame. This probably means something else within this, but I've read this before and I found it funny that the cardinal principle is shame. It's Look at my timeline. This is just going to be like a quick one, and I'm hoping to get 2 done today. If I can get this done in like the next 15-20 minutes, that would be wonderful. It's the exclusion zone that makes people, I want to say sociopaths. That might not be right. Like that might not be the correct definition of sociopath. So this is oh, okay, I might just do one. I think I'm behind on dungeons. It might just be this one today. We'll see. We'll see how fast I'm going. I just remembered I went to go get my coffee, and then I remembered I need to do the rest of the loot, or the loots, and I'm not sure that I can do. I'm not sure I can have a chapter out Wednesday, and do 2 exclusions today and tomorrow, and have the list of loots. I'm not sure I can do all that in the next 2 days. So, possibly just one. I was feeling like I could cruise on this, but I do want to get the list of loots out, like, ideally tomorrow. So I might turn this into a loot stream. But we will see. You can put in Imperial Soul Mages. I don't know if those will be... I mean, a Soul Mage is more valuable than an Engineer. And the problem is if you put in a Soul Mage, you need to worry about them affecting other people. There, not there. Could typically be. Um, Okay, I think this is just a short one. And that's all we're gonna do with it. I think this is on the boring side. I'm gonna be okay with that though. Um, it's also very non-visual, which I don't like. Um, Deflected experience trust. Define for me trust, please. You could voluntarily go in the zone. It couldn't. I mean, that's like a. It's like just a word of God question. Could Juniper. Could the companion connection be severed? No? Maybe? It would depend on what I was trying to do with that in the story. Alright, I think that's all this entry is going to be. I think this is going to be a relatively short one. Short and sweet. 700 words in 38 minutes, pretty good. And I'm gonna be fine with that. That is basically what it was from the start. And what did I say? 112. Sorry, 112. And just be done. If I can get them all done that fast, I would be happy with that. And yeah, this is mostly to exist in contrast to some of the mind control ones. Like, there's a whole mind control suite. This is the only one that kind of changes your relationship with people. I'm not sure how you do this in a D&D campaign, because it's like character changing stuff. I mean, in a D&D campaign, I'd make it be temporary. Alright, am I going to try Celestar? I'm going to try... Well... Okay. Do CEZ. I don't know if that's correct. Oh, God. Date. Date. Alright, I gotta search Celestar. I like the idea that there's like a magic, and you know, or you assume it can do other stuff. But like most of what it is destructive, and like if you could like just ward away that aspect of it and have like a little station where you could exploit it somehow, especially if you could like strengthen connections between people or like enforce trust or I mean, it's probably still bad, but 5 distinct waves of elven migration. The last one is from We got 53 mentions of Celestar. And I don't think... I don't think that it's going to tell me. Could Grack? Yes. But, like, with time. And there's risk that comes with that, right? Not in the story, because it's, like, probably the thing that thread magic gets you is a different kind of mind control. I mean, probably. The idea of these threads... well, I mean, part of it is like being able to, a thread magician could be able to like see the threads between people, which is like a neat diagnostic thing, and like trust enforcement and stuff. But didn't make it in the book. Not going to make it in the entry either. But okay, I don't think it's in here. We're gonna search Celestar here. Because second wave. Is it related to Spirit? Yes. Related, but I don't think... I mean, okay, so the idea of Spirit is that it's self-contained. It doesn't actually depend on other people. Like, right, you can have misperceptions about other people. This is more a two-way street kind of thing. Although I mean, there's one idea that I didn't include in the exclusion, which was that that it does go two ways. So, like, if you're in the zone and the connection weakens, it weakens for even people who aren't in the zone. But I didn't include that in the exclusion because it's kind of wonky. Okay, so we have the Cataclysm Elves. Okay, we're gonna do this. I think this will just be BE. I think this will be like 121 BE. I think this is the first exclusion that is... I guess people don't know that it's an exclusion or aren't clear on it. Oh man, am I doing this today? Okay, I'm gonna shut my window a little bit. It is nice and chilly and windy, but I don't need these giant gusts. Let me page through. Wait. The moon sucks. Um, Sorry, I'm just reading some of this, and I'm not going to read out loud. Okay, so we say hundreds of years here. I think this is the only reference to date. I'm going to go pre-Utherian. Okay, I think that's all there is on Celestar there, which is fine. Okay, so It is the biggest zone by a lot, yeah. It's actually a very large moon. And I think these are the only... Okay. Okay, cell stars. Apotheosis, not apotheosis. We see the exclusion on cell star. Cell star is not excluded. Um, um, okay, so I think that he never goes back to cell star after that, right? Um, sorry, I'm gonna double check. Yeah, he never actually returns to Celestar. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying not to create continuity errors. The part of Juniper going to Celestar was like not like he carves this like long line into the moon when he crashes into it and like tries to memorize the area, but then it's gonna like heal itself and look different when he comes back. And I never got to it. I never got to it because it was more interesting to just to me maybe to just um have it die for other reasons. It's one of those things where I think Worth the Candle is not as strong as it should be. Uh, but I was at the end and fatigued, and I think shot myself in the foot on that specific one. Um, I think a lot of like the last two books of Worth the Candle is just me repeatedly shooting myself in the foot and trying to make the best of it. Or no, having shot myself in the foot like 5 books before that and trying to make the best of it. Um, which is how serial writing goes sometimes, and kind of why I want to, if possible, just write shorter stuff that is not going to have those problems where you actually can outline everything. I've been writing a lot of novel outlines lately. Um, so this is one of those dumb things that I did where they are not the same magic. They just have one is called one. I'm eliminating that for the exclusion stock, but the Lalone is has the magic on the character sheet called homostasis, and Celestar was just going to be called the homostasis exclusion zone. I'm dropping that. It's not. I don't know. It's one of those things that I'm sure I found just uproariously funny at some point, and then having to actually do it, I'm like, no, that doesn't work. But yeah, the idea was that it's not the same magic. It's just a mismatch of things. All right, go ahead. Speaking of shooting yourself in the foot, yeah. I think I might have to reread the Celestar section. I might drop this one for today, because I need to reread the whole Celestar section. But the idea was essentially this: the enforced perfection. Right. Juniper doesn't realize the gold might move. Because he doesn't know what the magic is. Like, he says everything that he knows at that point. So this will be information Juniper doesn't have. Um... Um, bum, bum, bum. Okay, I will, sorry, I'm just checking messages real quick. Um, Here, we just say air hangs stagnant. What am I doing here? Okay, the elves. Oh, you know what? I can't do a loot stream because the chapter is only out for patrons, and it would necessarily include stuff that is not public. So I will just not stream that and put it out when it's ready. Or I'll stream it tomorrow if I'm not done with it by then, which I might not be because I do need to work on the actual next chapter that goes up Wednesday. And ideally, I'd have enough of a backlog of chapters that I don't need to take a break when I go on vacation, but it could be all loot's not shown in the chapter, yeah. I will go check my loot doc before this is done. What? It's a doc for loots. What's wrong with that? It's true. I could make a Discord video channel. I can do that now. I don't think that'd be too much work. Or I could just make it for, because the loot doc has all the loots that appear in the chapter that went up today for early birds. So it would be just the B-roll of that. Like all the loots that I didn't think. All the loots that I didn't. Or that did not make the chapter. Let me check my messages. Probably my wife. Here. Okay, sorry, just, okay, brief contact. rip that out. And then we put that there. Okay. Is that how I do this? Yes. Their professed, is this correct? Their professed hatred? Okay. I'm almost done with this, and then I think I'm going to move on to loots. That's dumb. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep Cellstar like this. I think that is fine. That means that we are. I might come back to this one. This feels like it needs something a little bit more. But I'm gonna mark that off now and then try to feel good about getting 2 done. First pass. And that means 9 left. Okay. I'm going to try to do this one, and that might not work out. I'm going to try to do this one. No. No. In fact, I'm going to try to do this one because I don't really want to do it. Okay. 2 in-person ones. I think the laser does. I think the laser does, but it's not going to be in here. Like, the laser is, like, they have this incredible power, and they're using it to build a big old laser to attack Arb. Largely because, okay, so let's say that you're one of these elves, right? And you have made the perfect moon, except it's not perfect because it's very dead. Right? It's the deadness of perfection. And then everything's great, except that everyone's dead. But you have this crazy chaotic planet that you're above, that's like marring your view, and you see it every day. I think the laser is going to be is the kind of thing that you can build if you have perfect precision and this like generative perfect, like the perfection magic. If that's not really what it's going to be called, but because it's not going to be called anything, but is meant to be like super powerful to like be able to build up energy that way. I don't know. I'll give that more thought, but because that might go in the doc. But it's also like a library timeline thing. Yes, perfection was not able to prove. You know what's better than perfection is an antimatter bomb. Okay, and then what are we doing here? I said, redacted and Smith. Okay, I'm going to try those two next time. We'll see how they go. I'm not super thrilled about either of them. So I'm going to try to fill this section with notes. Hopefully next time you see it, which will be tomorrow, I will have filled that with notes. Okay, how is it a pre-Utherian exclusion if the waves of immigration don't know about it? Yeah, the waves of immigration are pre-Utherian. Or they should be, unless that's contradicted anywhere. But I don't think it is. If it is, let me know. But yeah, it's BE. This should be a pre-Utherian exclusion. The only reference that I was able to find on a quick, like, it doesn't say when the like for the Partite Cataclysm elves. So people don't know the exact cause. They don't know the exact magic. All that's fine. I think maybe maybe I can add something about the stuff in there. We'll see. I do think that the Cellstar thing needs maybe one or two more tweaks or added things, but I'm gonna do that on reread. I'm going to just put a thing. Do I want to... Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream and then just immediately start a new one. Because that way I will have this segmented for YouTube. I think that works. So I'm just going to restart the stream real quick. I'm actually going to take a 5-minute break when I restart the stream, and then we'll have the starting soon thing, and I can go get something to eat and stuff. It's almost 2 o'clock here, local time. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to end stream, and then I'll see you in 5 minutes.